if you're in sales, you might be aware of scriptless selling and scripted selling. So these are two school of thoughts. One school of thought says that you should definitely have a script, because if you don't have a script, then you would not know where the call is going. And I agree with that. And the other school of thought says that if you have a script, you would just be rigid and looking to the next question to ask and not understand the prospect in front of you. Will try to get something from the prospect, and hence you will not be able to help them because you can't clearly see them. You're just focused on your scripts, what to ask next, how to say a specific line, how to clear an objection that's coming. So I also agree with this school of thought because it sees where the other school of thought is lacking, and it compensates for that by essentially giving us how to do scriptless selling. And what this school of thought says is that you should have a framework, more like how is this call going to go? Why are we asking those specific questions? What are we trying to do? But it never gives you the questions, and it never tells you what to say, how to say, when to say. And even if it does, it tells you why we say specific things in the specific part of call. So, scriptless selling is more about painting a picture of the prospect in front of us, which we're naturally doing when we meet somebody. We want to know their past, we want to know their present, we want to know where they're going, what challenges they're facing, and we naturally ask these questions. But when we're given a script, we just don't understand what the script is doing, and script is doing essentially the same thing the scriptless selling part is doing. uh, so I would say you should have a framework that we are building a picture of where they were, where they are, where they're going, what challenges they're facing. And there's a switch in our brain called curiosity. We're always curious because curiosity helped us survive when we were just a very new species. It helped us to ask questions, to get rid of fear, or to answer the questions when we wondered why is that tree green or why is that tree blue. And that help us get more information to understand the things in front of us. And also sometimes when we were afraid to understand the things that would help us get away from that fear. For example, the lion will come and eat us. So we need to know what to not do. In this context, curiosity is something inbuilt in us. We ask questions, and we ask question in response to a gap that is there in our head about something, an image, an object, a person. And when we are trying to build a storyline of a person in front of us, the gaps will naturally appear because there is a gap in our understanding of that person or that thing. This is what is not told to us in scripted selling. Uh, but scripted selling definitely gives us a few tools that can be used in scriptless selling. But scriptless selling is the foundation on which scripted selling can be done. Uh, so, to conclude, we should firstly start with building a picture of the prospect in front of us, and that will switch on the inbuilt curiosity in us that would want us to fill the gap and ask the right questions. Um, and that will lead us to understand the prospect better and to be able to suggest the right solution for them, or to be able to guide them to get over their own limitations that we have learned in scripted selling. But that will come as a consequence of that, not as a way to lead a prospect to say specific things and feel disappointed when they're not saying those things. That's all for today. See you in the next video.